beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. If you gamble with life, you can lose it. You gotta grow. Cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh. It's a fast way to fall. You will pay, cause it's due when you're no good at all. You can lose it, gotta grow. Cause your life is a gift. Because not only does it harm a person's body and mind, but it often leads users to try other, even more dangerous drugs. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose.
Well, shit, take it away.
Very breaking news, very breaking, so breaking that I can't contain myself. That's how broken. I'm muted. I keep talking. I just messed that up. Hey, breaking news, folks. Just found out. Vape gnomes. They're on the loose. This is major, guys, and this is affecting tens, 20s, even maybe 30s of us are being affected by this menace that we're just getting reports of just all over the country. They're about, yay big. I mean, people have seen these things. I mean, now granted, this is just a artist rendition, but yep, that is terrifying. I'm sure you can't see it. Very, very terrifying. Yep. And these little buggers are just taking over. There's nothing you can do to prevent this. There's no experts. There's absolutely no experts. People are losing their mind. I mean, well, the people that are affected by it, and a lot of people just think there's a bunch of tweakers out there just losing their shit. But yeah, that was your breaking your regular scheduled programming. Bad, bad, bad. Return programming? No. Hello, hello, hello. No. Okay.
Hello, are we all here? Hey, everybody! We've
Yeah.
been
Sorry, I
released
butchered that. I
Are
tried.
you?
I butchered it. I got nervous. I'm
Well,
here.
I fucked up the whole
Sorry.
intro with the McGruff. So, we're
I'm
we're here.
right.
Okay, I think you're lagging, Chris.
Yeah, it was rough. We're gonna have to redo that someday.
Yeah. Okay, so I think maybe
Possibly. Is there a problem with my audio?
yeah, your
Let
lips
me
are
try
moving
something.
and no sound comes out until later,
Hold on, what?
Well, that's talent.
right? You could
Is that
be like
better?
a ventriloquist. Get a sock puppet, quick.
Can you hear me better now?
Exactly. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Is that better?
Okay. Yeah, you're all
Oh,
synced.
perfect. Yeah.
You're
Okay.
synced.
I was wearing headphones, so maybe that was affecting it. Sorry.
Oh,
Jonacide over in chat says, "So, what's the surprise?" Well, look who's here. We got Chafee. Chafe.
Chafe, you got it. No, I butchered that. I'm sorry. I put so much work into it too.
I know, and he did it on short notice, you guys. So we said, okay, so what about if you hijack the show and blah blah blah? He says, oh, okay. And he was such a good sport. He was so up for it, and he went right to work and did shit. And hold your drawing up again.
I drew this myself, like on the fly. I'm not an artist.
Well, I think you are.
yes, you are.
You know, it's open for interpretation. Hold up there one more time.
If you can get a good view of it. Here, maybe.
Robin,
Huh.
do you remember back in the day the fellow by the last name of Crumb that used to do cartoons?
No. Okay,
Crumb.
that's a great Crumb, CRUMB?
Yes.
I
No.
can't flip the
Oh,
camera.
he's back in the he was pretty good in the 60s, I think. He was quite, I think, a stoner or something, and he had his own warped version of cartoons and
his name
drawing.
was Crumb.
Last name was Crumb. You'd have to Google it.
Was he
It-
American or?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, over in the chat, heads up, everybody. Jonacide says he's an ordained minister in the Church of the Gnome.
I've been wanting to do that. I've been wanting to do that for the longest time. That is so funny to me.
Oh, we
wait a
could
minute.
be gnome disciples.
Wait a minute. He's the dude that said keep on trucking. He's that guy?
Yes.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
And he was popular the same time as the Ratfink guy was.
Yes.
Same era.
So this drawing reminded me of that.
Well, cool.
Oh.
As I threw it together in like a couple minutes.
Hey.
And so you'll have to Google that. I mean, it was pretty interesting.
I remember the Ratfink, and we all thought it was so naughty and so edgy back then.
Oh, wasn't he the one that did something about cats? And it had to do with psychedelics?
I can't
Oh, I
remember.
think he did.
The only thing
Okay.
that's psychedelics is what's that one? Fritz the Cat's the only thing that comes to mind with that.
There's
that's
that one,
funny, right?
yeah. Yeah, but there's another one very edgy. And I think Crumb was involved in illustrating that video. Yeah, that's your Sunday Google homework.
There we go.
Hey, I will look it up. That'll bring back memory. Boy, a blast from the past. Aaron
Mhm.
Massa. Hi, Aaron Massa. Aaron Massa, obtuse bread batter. Good to see you guys over in there. Okay, Jonacide says his buddy Brett runs it. What does he run? What does he run? Oh, the Church of the Gnome.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's right. He did a lot of Mad magazines. Yeah, I think you're right. And that was that whole genre back then. The weird drawing, spy versus spy.
Oh, yes.
Is Mad magazine still in existence?
I think so.
Yeah.
Question mark? I think so. I think I've seen it. Still.
I used to read my big brother's copies, and I thought I was really getting away with something.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was really cool. You know?
Yeah, and you were like in the know. It felt so grown up.
Right? And then the back page, you always had to fold it strategically.
Yes. Yeah, that
For
was my favorite part. And I
yeah,
used to try to get what it was without actually making creases. There was an art
right.
to that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't screw up your back cover by creasing it. So if you could finagle it so that you had like smooth curves and then you see the whole picture, that was. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Eric Massa remembers Spy versus Spy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then there was, gosh, who was it that there was a cartoon about was it not a wizard, but a genie, and they always talked about eating halva. Okay, I'm ranging way far afield. I'm trying to remember my childhood, and I'm failing. So, Chris, do you know anything about the Von Helton and J Dubs, aka John saga?
I didn't even know J Dubs was still around. I mean, that's a name I've not heard in back in a day and a year.
Yeah, oh, he's very much on the scene these days.
But the last I knew about him was way back when he was back with Brett Keane. If that guy's even around, I don't even freaking know.
Oh, that's another name we haven't heard for a while. But yeah, J Dubs and Vaughn were living in J Dubs' car for a while, for about a month.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Vaughn, ultimately had to leave his property because it was sold and taken over. So he moved into his car and drove to New Jersey, and they always would. I guess they would park side by side, and they would visit and do live streams from John's car. But now they've broken up. The bromance, I know it's always a sad thing, when two hearts are shattered. But so now Vaughn is in Ohio. J Dubs is still in New Jersey. Vaughn is in Ohio. He says he's going to go to Kentucky and picked up the dog, his only surviving dog that he left behind, and go continue on to Arizona, where he has this air quotes cousin that's going to help him out and get him a place to live and stuff. So Vaughn is desperate to try to raise the money, and he's not getting any donations. And it's really funny. He keeps referring, because he's not getting donations because he's a piece of shit. But he keeps comparing himself and his road trip to another duo that made the famous road trip. And that duo got like $5,000 donated for their and it's pissing Vaughn off that nobody will even give him a buck. And he's even like spreadsheeting in his head how much gas he's going to need and how much money he's going to need plus food, and nobody is, and he's so pissed.
That would be frustrating. I mean, guess I can't run donations.
And don't forget the drive-by shout out past his car.
Oh yeah, and okay, people are thinking it was Todd. People are thinking it was Secular. I don't know if anybody ever came clean at who drove by Vaughn's car and shouted at him. I think that was funny. Okay, so where in New Jersey is John? Do you remember Prairie? Where
East Brunswick.
East Brunswick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it East Brunswick or East New? Yeah, it must be East Brunswick. Yeah.
Something Brunswick.
Yeah.
Okay. Genocide said, like Jiggy said, when God said, "Let there be light," Robin hit the switch. Genocide, I'm gonna kick your buns, you little poopy pants. Oh no, then I'll mess up my shoe. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Aaron Massa. Well, put on your thinking cap and remember which famous duo that might have been. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
famous or infamous duo?
Infamous. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Then.
Yeah.
That's pretty shocking, though. That is a pretty shocking revelation.
Yeah. Hey, you're clever, Chris.
I picked up on subjects a long time ago.
Yeah. So, but that's good.
So what are you drinking, Chris?
Apple juice. Yeah, apple juice.
With a nice fine head on that apple juice, too.
You know how much work it is to get fine head like that on apple juice? It's an art. You know how much work it is to get fine head like that on apple juice? It's an art.
Yeah, you have to pour it from way up high, from what I understand, sort of as high
Yep.
as a pea stream would be, where you make the foam in the toilet.
Yeah, and it would have to be fresh, very fresh.
Oh, well, yeah. I only deal in the freshest apple juices. Come on now,
Oh,
who
yeah.
doesn't?
In fact, he
What-
squeezes the apple over the mug.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep. That's how we do it here. We just don't tolerate second grade apple juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is
Well,
water.
yeah. And I'm smoking a nicotine vape myself.
And I'm just drinking coffee. Oh,
We're all such good,
well,
clean living folks.
I
What,
was just going to say I'm the party pooper. But oh no, that's not true because Chris is drinking apple juice. That's right.
right. So I'm
So
apple
yeah.
juice, coffee, and then whatever naughty things Robin is up to.
And yeah, I'm dopey behind the screen here. Yeah. So okay, you guys, I have to mention because it was such a trial and such an ordeal. I have had cataract surgery, and I have been at it since June, dancing around with lab tests and visits to the doctor and clearances and approvals and it's been, I didn't think it would ever happen. It has been done. My right eye is done, and I cannot believe the difference. I know people talk about this all the time. Oh, what a difference, but holy shit, fuck this. It is such a difference because right now, I read without glasses. And I am just blown away. I can't read tiny fine print, but I can read street signs. I can see leaves on the trees. And when I close my brand new eye and look out my old eye, everything's yellow.
Weird.
So my cataract was discolored, but because as they age, because I should have had this done like 10 years ago. So as they age, like everything else, it discolors. So my cataract had gone sepia color. So that's the color everything looked to me. And now things have color again. And I just had to crow about this, you guys. I am thrilled. Okay, end of announcement.
So the world isn't in tintype anymore.
It is no longer like looking at a sepia photograph. No, it
Mhm.
is. There is actual. You know what really showed up the most are greens and reds.
Ah,
Yeah, greens and reds. They're just because they sort of like always would gray out a little bit,
okay.
and nothing's had a sharp edge for me for years and years and years and years. Nothing had sharp edges, and now it's almost overwhelming. And I'm glad they put like this cup over my eye. It was a clear plastic cup with little holes in it. They tape that over
Mhm.
your eye for protection, and so it allows you to sort of just peek out between the tape. And that was an appropriate introduction because it was so overwhelming. That
Wow.
tiny little view was it was mind blowing. So I'm glad it was introduced to me gradually because it was dramatic.
I'm sure.
Mm.
I gotta tell you. Yeah. So okay, that's the end of my story. And then I think my next eye, they said, well, as soon as we get a surgery opening, we'll let you know, and maybe I won't have to go through all the damn tests again to get my other eye done because you've got a time limit. There's a shelf life to lab tests that you take, and they got to have newish ones every time. So who knows? I could get the call this afternoon. No, I won't. So
Yep.
anyway, Chris, are you dating?
Yeah. No, I've
Or
been seeing someone for the past 2 years. Yes.
so you're in a relationship?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Well, how very, very lovely. Are you good friends besides being in love?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's so
Definitely
important.
are.
Yeah, do you make each other laugh?
Well, she makes me laugh more than I make her laugh, but
Yeah. That is
that's
so
code territory.
that is so cool. So do you live separately or oh,
No, we don't want to go too much into her story, but no, I got her moved into my apartment because we were just started dating, but I had an extra room and she wasn't living in the best of places, so we had to get her out of
okay,
there. So she's been with me ever since, splitting the rent. So it's been really good.
that is great.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
think that's,
imagine a better setup for you, Chris, and for her too.
yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that
Yeah.
that's neato torpedo.
so I don't want to say too much because like occasionally she does,
No,
don't want to say too much, but
No.
no, because our eyes aren't the only ones on you, too.
correct.
We have to keep
Right.
that in
Mm-hmm.
mind.
But
Mm-hmm.
no, it's
And
we're celebrating our second year on the 18th. Woot woot.
Oh, nice.
congratulations, October 18th, Halloween month.
Yep.
How do you
Mm.
feel about Halloween? How old are you, Chris?
Damn near 40. I'm 37.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so are you really, really into Halloween? Like,
Never really, because I wasn't really
oh,
raised with it being that big
okay.
of a deal growing up. Like trick or treating, sure, but that's about the extent of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I love the
okay.
idea of Halloween because I love the macabre. I love like creepy shit, and I love horror movies and stuff like. So I love the idea of it, but I just don't generally participate.
Okay, so maybe it's the guys in the next bunch up from you that are older because boy, my children are just crazy over Halloween. I mean, it's almost as important as Christmas.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And they decorate. They have costumes. Even my children are in their 50s, and they
good.
have costumes well, and then too, they also are into what is it, pirate reenactments and steampunk
Oh,
stuff and that. And they paint their faces for Day of the Dead, and they do that stuff. So I don't know. And yeah, I Halloween is fun. I love the decorations. I hated it when my kids were little. I hated it with a white hot hate because I didn't like taking them out to strangers.
Sure.
yeah.
Go
Yeah.
and what, and then sorting the candy when they got home, and oh God, they watch you sort the candy. No, we'll sort it and because you had to be really careful as everything wrapped, and the costumes were fun. I used to sew all their costumes, but just and I made a big deal of it for them because they were delighted, and all their friends did. So we had a good help, and when I confessed to them when they were older that I hated Halloween, they were destroyed.
Oh. Oh.
You lied to us. I said, "No, I made it good for you. We didn't know you hated Halloween." They thought I was in on it, bless their hearts. But, they were grown people when I told them that, and that took them right back to when they were hurt their feelings little kids. Yeah.
It's like ruining Christmas. It's like ruining Christmas. You
Yeah.
monster.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I did it a second time when I told them I never wanted to do Disneyland again.
Oh, I
Uh-oh.
don't blame you though. Like I
That
want
messed
to, but I don't.
Yeah, that messed up. Well, we were here, like, we're right here in Disneyland country, so we're just a few miles away. And their dad worked for an aerospace company, well, Lockheed. And every year they would close down Disneyland for military night, Air Force night. We got
Sure.
tickets to that. They'd
Mm-hmm.
close it down for some other night, and we got tickets to that. So we'd be going twice a year. And
Mm.
ever since, all the and so you get saturated, you know? And my
Yeah.
kids still adore, adore, adore Disneyland, and I finally told 'em I never wanna go back to it. Yeah, but yeah, that messed them up too. You
I,
can still cause trauma in your adult children, it doesn't have to be when they're little.
they're all yelling, "Who even are you?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
can't be our mother. Who even are you?"
Well, I say that about one of my kids because one of my kids hates avocados.
Okay.
And, and her little sister goes, "What's wrong with her?" What? Yeah, I said, I don't know. Maybe she was switched at birth, but I've never met anybody that hated avocados except my
You
kid.
came home from the hospital with a 2-for-1 special, eh?
Yeah, right. Hey, Renee, Mrs. Jonicide's over in there. Hey, Renee, Mrs. Jonicide. Good to see you.
It is true. Avocado is pretty good. Like,
It
yeah, I
is.
don't like a lot of green things, but avocado is on that very narrow list of green things I like.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah, that's one of my favorites.
and they say it's very, bougie and all that stuff, but I love avocado toast.
Oh,
I
yeah.
It's pretty good. It's
with
really
some
good.
with a
Yeah.
sprinkle of red pepper, the cracked red peppery stuff on top of it.
Mhm.
Sometimes a little diced tomato on top of it. In
I was
fact,
just gonna say, that's my favorite, sliced avocado with sliced tomato
ah,
on,
yeah.
on a toast. Oh my God, that's good.
And bonus points if it's sourdough toast.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just like guacamole, so I mean, I guess.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I make some pretty crackin' guacamole myself. Not to brag. Yes, I'm bragging. I make good
You're definitely bragging.
I'm
Just a little
definitely
bit.
yeah, I make pretty damn good guacamole. Yeah. But then I lived next door to Alicia Ortiz when my kids were little, and she taught me everything, and she was a
Oh.
champion. Yeah. Okay, so Jonocide says maybe she's the only one with taste 'cause avocados suck.
Oh.
Wow.
Jonocide.
That's like saying
Oh,
pineapple doesn't belong on pizza.
what?
I said it. I said pineapple on pizza. It belongs.
There's something bad wrong with you.
Mm.
I knew it would be controversial, but I had to stir the pot.
I tried it once. I did try it once, and, there's something about the toastiness of the pineapple, that's not unpleasant. It's like what happens when it's on a ham, the pineapple rings, it
Mhm.
gets that little
Yeah.
toasty edge. That's not bad, but boy, with the tomato and no, I prefer not, but no, no.
That's all right.
Okay, Renee, Mrs. Jonocide says, my stepdad worked for Chevron Refinery and they would close down Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, and Magic Mountain at least once a year. Right? Y- Yeah. That was
Mm.
that was great. Yeah. Okay, Jonocide. Yeah, pineapple does belong on pizza. I don't. Okay. Jonocide says Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada.
I believe that. I can believe that.
You really?
Canadian
Huh.
bacon.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that with the pineapple. Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
I can absolutely say that
Okay,
would be a Canadian pizza. I believe it.
Yeah.
that completely makes sense.
Yeah,
Huh,
because you got your salty and your sweet going on there.
Mm-hmm.
huh,
Yeah.
interesting. See, I don't consider Canadian bacon.
No.
I think the
What is
English
Canadian
call
bacon really? It's like a
it's a slice
what
of
is it?
thin ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think the back bacon, like the round portion
Mm.
on
Yeah,
the ham or on the yeah.
that
Um
kind of a loiny place.
yeah, it's a
And
loiny spot. Yeah. So that's what I don't know why they even called it that, to be honest with you. Because I myself, when I'd have it, it's like, yeah, this is like thin ham. Like,
Right.
that's exactly what it is. And then the British call that, and then they call my kind of bacon streaky bacon. I think
yeah,
our standard American what you
yeah,
would think of when you say bacon. Yes, so,
yeah,
yeah, Canadian bacon ain't bacon, it's just skinny ham. I don't know why they don't call it shaved ham or something.
right. I don't know. That's another. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google that later.
But
No
how many
kidding.
things do Canadians have to names to fame though? It's like they got maple leaves. I mean, no offense to our Canadian fans or the
Oh,
Canadian panelists, but
maple
like
syrup.
Canadians don't have a lot of things like Canadian anything. So like Canadian ham, they had to put their name on something.
Well, mind you, we own the rights to a toque.
What
What's a
A
toque?
toque.
is that?
TOQUE.
I
What's
don't know what
that?
that is.
That's like a knitted hat.
Oh,
You know those
okay.
knitted hats with the pom pom.
Yeah,
Okay,
That's
okay, okay, okay. That's a toque. Okay.
we in Canada call it toques.
and
Okay.
that it started in Canada.
Yeah.
I'll be darned. And every knitter makes these down here. Knitting, crocheting, they put that little poof on the top.
Oh, and I
Of
hate
course, knitting would prove me wrong.
But the thing is, one thing, ever since I was a kid, I couldn't stand the damn pom pom. I always
And the
thought I
sides,
looked
they got
ridiculous.
they got loose and they would dangle a little.
Yeah,
Right.
and of course you're a kid, and everybody goes, "Oh, aren't you cute?" And it's just,
Flick, flick,
and I was
flick.
too young to understand the F word, so I would just give them dirty looks and going, "No, I'm not cute." And and
Okay, a toque. Okay, so what
yeah,
else?
and I do believe that would be coming from the French,
Sure.
Okay.
the
Ah,
QUE ending.
QUE. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like up here when we spell check, like from a checkbook.
QUE. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
QUE. Yeah.
CHEQUE. Um, there's other things that we spell up here that are changed over thanks to the French. Like when we spell the word center for, let's say, a community center,
Mm.
it's TRE, not
Yeah.
TER.
It's
And
yeah.
so that drives me bonkers.
Yeah.
Weird stuff like that. But what else do Canadians own? Oh, Chris might know this. The Bombardier, those big snow machines with the
Mhm.
tracks,
Yeah.
totally Canadian.
Makes sense. I mean, I
Yep.
said there's a lot I just don't know about Canada, and I'll humble myself. Say I don't know very much about Canada. I've only been there once, but they had really good pizza, so I do remember that.
Oh, there you go.
They had
Well, if
good
you ever,
pizza. They did have good pizza.
Excuse me. With
well,
that
we also
pineapple
have
sugar.
poutine, and
That's
that.
the. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that's the French fries with gravy and the cheese curds.
That is pretty legendary too. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
And
Yeah, and that
it
is a French thing again, French invention, I guess. When you're struggling with a family of 16 kids or whatever back in the day, that was a pretty easy cheat meal to feed everybody.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
potatoes and I
Gravy
love the
and cheese, yeah.
taste of poutine, but
Poutine, yeah.
the cheese drives me insane because it squeaks in your teeth. And the
Mm-hmm.
squeaking in my teeth goes right to my brain, and I can't, ugh, I
Oh.
almost like my jaw almost locked saying that. Yeah, that squeak. No.
Well, they even sell special cheese curds up here that they refer to them as squeakers. So they are
Oh,
like you might see cheddar cheese little lumps in a bag,
yeah.
and yeah, they're the cheddar cheese curds, and they're referred to as squeakers.
Cheddar cheese squeaks too.
Yeah, unfortunately, but
That is the worst sensation. That is the worst experience ever, ever, ever. And when I first tried the squeaky, I thought it was my dentures, and I thought, "Oh god, I got," and so I like left the table and I could rinse, rinse, rinse. No, it was the cheese, and I was appalled. So I
well, I
ate the
like to
gravy
grate
and
mine.
the fries. The
I like to
gravy
grate
is
my usually mozzarella or something like that, so I have a nice cheese pull to it, stringy, and I can sort of blend it in with the gravy kind of thing.
I don't like pulley cheese.
Well,
I
it's
like
lots of fun.
no, well, you have to chew it for so long. I
Well,
don't like mozzarella sticks because okay, there's a certain type of mozzarella that melts, and it's
hmm
not pulley and it's not chewy. That I think it's buffalo m
oh,
mo
okay.
mozzarella, but no, it's, chewy cheese, I can't maybe probably because my dentures aren't good, but yeah, I don't like melty cheese. Yeah.
Mm.
And any cheese that I can like heat up and it'll almost like make its own sauce. There's my cheese.
Those are good cheeses.
Yeah, the ones that melt inside a grilled cheese sandwich. That's
Oh,
my cheese. Yeah.
yeah, those are good cheeses. Yeah, can't help but love a good grilled cheese. That's for sure.
Yeah, and
Can we
Yeah.
sometimes
circle
with a
back for a second to cheese
huh,
curds? Can you eat them raw, or do you have to deep
yeah,
fry them?
Oh yeah, you can eat them raw.
right out
Okay.
of the dairy package. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
yeah,
okay.
Oh
Just
yeah.
continue on with your
You can.
cheeses.
Yeah, you can just snack on them too. Yeah.
yeah. But I don't recommend it if you don't like that squeezing going on.
Yeah, they're a bit rubbery.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
does anybody keep up? Okay, maybe Jonacide and Mrs. Jonacide over in there. My kids went to the Los Angeles Comic Con this weekend,
That'd be
Ooh.
cool.
and I went on their website and saw pictures. It was in this huge hall, this huge arena with everything, all the booths and displays and goings on all around, and just an enormous venue. And I guess they got really worn out. And then I guess the next biggest one is in San Diego.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, and frankly, I don't understand that culture so much, but I don't care. They went. I asked them if they went in costume this year, and they said nope, because my son-in-law wears a kilt when he dresses up.
Uh,
'Cause,
Ooh.
yeah, they got married, him wearing a kilt, and her wearing a sash of his tartan
Mm.
across her wedding dress. Yeah, yeah, it's a hoot walking into it. Like when we go out to dinner or something, yeah, he walks in a kilt.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, and you can say you don't want to answer, I'm curious, what clan?
I don't know.
Okay, there you go.
Does it go with their last name?
Yes.
Oh, done.
Okay.
And I have no clue what that is. But
See,
then,
yeah, like every following the lineage will take you back to your clan, and
okay,
each tartan represents the clan.
right. Okay.
Mhm.
I have like my family crest from my mother's maiden name, and it's Scottish. And um, I've never really researched, so I don't know what my tartan would look like. She had
Well,
huh?
I was just going to say, well, even if you just Google again, Google, you'd think I would work for Google by now. Yeah, they owe me money. I said Google 4 times now.
do
Okay.
you do
And
you
just
work
look
for
it up.
Google?
What was this?
Do you work for Google?
No, no, no.
That sounds like something that someone from Google would say. Oh, continue on then.
No, but
Okay,
she
well,
runs it. She runs the whole thing. She
yeah,
makes the
Figures.
rules.
hey, yeah, I'm the cheese there. I'm the
I
cheese
figured.
herd there.
She's the squeakiest cheese at Google.
Exactly. But if you look up your last name and then add the word tartan to it, there's a good chance it might pull up the clan tartan.
Ah, okay.
There
Yeah,
you go.
My
yeah.
luck, it'll be orange and yellow and black.
How many tartans are there?
Gosh, how
I
many
don't know.
combinations of colors and cross hatching can you do?
Well, this is it. I think there's lots. So when you see people in plaid shirts, it like now it's brought a whole new perspective to me, because I'm thinking, do you realize that pattern is actually belongs to a specific clan?
Huh. Okay, I gotta look up because I went to Catholic girls' school and we had uniforms,
Hmm.
and our uniforms were black watch plaid.
Oh,
They were dark green, dark blue plaid. So I should
hmm.
look that up and find out what the hell that means. I never
Yeah,
did. I never
yeah,
did. I remember we used to have to kneel on the floor and make sure the nuns would check our skirts to make sure the hems did touch the floor when we were on our knees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, we were sent to the office to undo the hymns if they were too short
Oh
and
my.
made to go yeah, so nobody did that, they only had to
Fingertip.
see it.
Was it
Huh?
all fingertip length?
It was all no, it all depends on how long your thigh bones were. If that skirt
Oh.
didn't touch the floor when you
Mm-hmm.
knelt down, it was too short.
Ah.
Oh, wow. Pretty
Yeah.
austere.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And I was in that group of kids that we had breath check from when we came up from the basement of the French building. She'd be to see who was smoking in the basement, and we all were, but we'd
Mm-hmm.
have to pass breath check.
Oh my goodness. So
Oh,
you were in the bad girls group, were you?
I was in the bad girls group. Yeah,
Does not surprise me.
great
Yeah,
time,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Right.
And she was probably forced to sit up at the front during catechism.
Probably.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't Catholic, however.
Don't matter. They probably ruined you or ruled you with an iron fist.
Yeah. Well, I was scared to death of the nuns. Yeah, I think I told the story of why I wound up in Catholic school, a private, semi-private Catholic girls' school. Did I ever tell that story? How I wound
I
up there?
don't think so.
Well,
Let's pretend you didn't.
okay, I will tell the story, and then we'll end this show because we don't want to. We have like 0 people. We're the only 3 here.
Oh,
That's all
Posterity.
right. All right.
Posterity.
hey,
Less
that's a good
controversy.
record, but going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, right. Right.
Hey,
So I met my children's dad when I was 12 years old. Okay. Okay, never mind. Fast forward. I was dating my children's dad when I was in high school while he was still married.
oh,
And he would drop me off at school, and I told my friend that's my uncle blah, 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 my uncle Harvey, and so he was my uncle Harvey, and so but a couple people knew who he really was, and so somebody else caught wind of it, and she spread it all over school, all over school. So I panicked. So my kid's dad said, "Well, the Catholic school's right around the corner from, so I'll give you the money if your mom will send you to Catholic." So yeah, I told my mom I wanted to go to Catholic school because I wasn't getting a good education at public school, and she fell for it. So I went to Catholic school because I left public school in shame because
mhm.
at 15 I was going out with a married guy.
Oh my goodness.
I
And you
know.
know what? Chris and he's probably thinking what I'm thinking. And we thought we had a checkered past.
Uh, oh, I
Oh,
don't judge past. I don't judge
well, mine's
past.
more plaid than checkered.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you've got a plaid past.
Yeah, yeah,
Special tartan for you, Robin.
right. We'll call it sackcloth, tartan sackcloth. Or,
All
or
scarlet red.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
snap.
Well,
Oh goodness.
you guys, unless anybody has anything further or any news that is even not worthy, speak up now or
Oh,
forever hold your peace.
I have a tidbit of news, but I mean it's
Yeah.
doesn't pertain to you guys. But Thursday afternoon, I was sitting at home, and somebody texted me through work, and I thought, oh, she sent me a picture because I figured she was at home too, her shift being over. And it was a picture, and it was like, surprise, the post office is shut down.
Your post office?
Well, no, I'm not. Okay. So let me just go back. The
Okay.
mail carriers and all the distribution in that union, they the union leader pulled the plug because they've been in negotiations for over a year, and it was when I look back, it was a slow burn to this. I can sort of see patterns sometimes. And
Oh.
it started out with, while we're negotiating, no more overtime. You work your 8 hours, boom, you go home, people. No matter how inundated with parcels or letter
Mhm.
mail, you turn around, you march back to the office, you drop everything off, and you go home. And then the next phase, months later, about 3 months later, it was a case of no more people, like no more newspapers coming to being delivered. No more people could come in, let's say, and normally pay to have their flyers put in mailboxes. All of a sudden, that all quit.
Wow.
And that was part of the union agreement. They started saying, okay, if that's the case, no more flyers and newspapers because that's slowing us down, blah, blah, blah. And then and so that was only maybe 2 weeks ago. And then on Thursday afternoon, I got this from a mail carrier. She sent me this, and I'm sitting there, and I guess that for my province, they shut us down around 2 o'clock. So I still go to work, but I can't take in incoming or outgoing mail whatsoever.
Oh,
And
man.
and mind you, my union, we will never go on strike, because if we did, shutting the post offices down would then ripple effect, would create havoc with the mail carriers and the distribution, because they couldn't do their job.
And
Because
back up the line and back up
right.
the line.
So mind you, what we could do is really screw the entire system up if we ever walked off the job, but we never have, and we never will. And this is something since 1902,
Wow.
that we would never do that. And so last fall, late November into early December, 34 days, was at work, and it was absolutely quiet.
Wow.
And because they were on strike, they were forced out. So here we go again, folks, but it's a little earlier. But I catch myself looking on Amazon and going, well, you just saved yourself a shitload of money, because there's no way that Amazon's going to deliver to you right now.
Wow.
And
That's
being
Well,
out,
silver lining.
yeah, and being out in the countryside, it's also crazy because Amazon will only deliver to half the locations out here and bypass the rest of us. So to even have home delivery for myself, they will not do it for me. But
wow.
a mile west of me on another road, they will deliver there.
How funny.
Oh,
Doesn't make no
it
sense.
creates a shit show. And so I just laughed and laughed last fall, because all of a sudden, Amazon got upset with Canada Post. And so they were, basically, because they were inundated with rural parcels, and their people couldn't keep it up. And then they tried to boycott Canada Post for a while, after the fact. Well, since last fall, through Christmas all the way through May, they were trying to encourage people to not send their mail or their parcels to the post office, to do home delivery. And so I think there was a private war between the two companies. I don't know. It just looked like it to me, but I'm just sitting there with my popcorn going, this is interesting. So
Wow. Boy,
yeah, so
drama on the prairie. Holy crap.
I know. So every day, like I go to, like tomorrow, I'll go into work, and it's like, are we officially back online or not? I don't know. And after 2 weeks last fall, I was talking to colleagues, and we're all going, this is getting a little stressful. It's already been 2 weeks, and we have no idea what's going on. And, because sure, it's great in the first part. We can get all the background things caught up and everything else, and clean the
Admin
buildings.
stuff.
And then after that, it's like, okay, this is just getting a little too much. We're fortunate and very grateful we go to work and still gain a salary from it.
No
but
kidding.
people have had to quit the corporation, and because that's their bread and butter, and they can't support their families and pay their bills, so they had to leave. So this was like, oh my God, it was just crazy. But yeah, so we're back. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this is a short-lived one.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Always
but I
crossed.
could sort of see the slow burn, and I just thought, no, just keep plugging along every day, go to work, do your thing,
Yeah.
and
And yeah, keep your fingers crossed.
yeah. So that. Oh, and the other thing too is, Robin, I sent you that picture of me puttering yesterday and getting creative.
Okay.
It was that picture of that thing outside with the fall leaves all wrapped around what looks like a tree.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay. So my next crazy thing that happened was, so I did it in the porch. I drug it outside there, and I thought, no, I need to drape something black around the base so it doesn't look cheap. And I did that, and I moved a few plant pots around on the patio, and it was right near the patio door, and I went inside, and I went to turn around to lock the door, and I looked, and there were 3 bears right there, literally right there. The mama
Oh,
bear and the 2 half-grown baby bears. And I'm
holy
going, yeah, that's what I said. Holy shit. And even though the door was locked with a little hook and eye, I grabbed the cats and I threw them into the house, and I went into the house and looked out another window, because I thought, they could, if they really wanted to, they could bust through. Because
yeah.
the mother bear, she's hanging around. She goes halfway along the side of the corn. I have a cornfield in around me, and they always hang out near my driveway back in the yard. And she stood up one day and was watching a friend of mine drive into the driveway, and she stood up. She was as high as the corn.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
when that mother bear and her 2 cubs showed up, I literally, I was like, oh my God.
That was a
And
big
I
nope.
couldn't believe it. Yeah. And so now my head's on a swivel. I'm a little nervous about going outside.
Yeah. Holy
So,
shit.
yeah, and I came home last night in the dark, and so I turned
Mm,
around and I kept surveying the place before I even got out of the vehicle,
no
and
kidding.
made a beeline right to the door to get in, and it's just like, oh my Lord. But yeah, and then prior to that, I saw a fox in the field along the edge of the corn.
Boy, you're
That's
just
cool.
National Geographic all over the place.
Yeah, and then the first time I saw the bears out of the corn, but literally laying around and sunning themselves in the driveway. After I made a noise, because I ran out and closed all the screen windows in the porch, because they could get in,
Yeah.
and I wasn't going to chance it. I guess I made enough noise that they ran off. And then within 3 minutes, the neighborhood feral cat was sauntering down the driveway. I'm thinking, oh my God, kitty. And then the next day was the fox. And I'm thinking, okay, if I see a giraffe, I'm freaking done, man. Because this is like a zoo. If I see a giraffe, or maybe,
That's
and I should
correct.
say elk or moose, that's more realistic. But I'm done. It's like I'm staying inside till it's over.
Forever and ever.
So
Well,
It's gonna
hopefully,
happen.
what was this?
It's gonna happen. The draft is gonna come close across your property line. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, and you know what?
I already see it.
And my phone won't be available. I will not have pictures taken, and everybody's going to look at me sideways and going, "Yeah, lady. Yeah.
right, right, honey. Have a cup
Yeah,
of tea.
exactly." But no, it's the corn's going to be gone apparently in a couple of weeks. They're going to harvest it off, but which is always hilarious, because when they bring their big uh uh
Threshers.
yeah, I was going to say machinery. These things are super oversized, large. They look like there's out of a sci-fi thing in the at night, especially. And I'll be sitting in the living room and I'll see these big headlights coming straight to the house.
Jeez.
And it looks like this big thing that's got to be at least 2 houses wide coming at my house, and it's coming and coming, and it's like it's not going to stop, and it's like, oh my god, it's going to plow the house over in me, and then all of a sudden it whips around, and I always get a kick out of that because it almost looks like a sci-fi movie, the big ship coming down.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Vaughn, I've got better stories on that than Vaughn, so there you go. I could
Well,
easily turn this into spaceships. But no, it's an incredible sight. But yeah, so I've between this strike now, and it's like, okay, well, there you go. And then the wildlife, yeah,
gee, what a full and eventful life you're living up there.
yeah, it's interesting. So, Chris, do you have any wildlife that wanders around in your part of town?
Lately, deer. Lately, it's kind of a recent phenomenon for us. I'd say over the past like maybe 5 or so years, we've been having a lot of deer come through town.
Wow, come through town. I'll be damned.
Actually, when I was walking to work just the other morning, one was road killed. It was unfortunate.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
and
unfortunately, yeah, that's what happens when they go into more urban settings, and there's that. And
you
but
can't help but wonder what's driving them down,
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, well, you
yeah,
stay away from us, you guys. We're dangerous. We're nasty. We're hateful.
There's-
Stay where you belong, honeys.
yeah.
well, yeah, and then also too, the last time I had corn in my fields, it was raccoons.
Oh, there you go.
And I thought this year, oh boy, the worst I'm going to have is probably raccoons. Oh no.
Au
Um, the,
contraire.
yeah, the bears discovered the corn, and I'm the only little plot of land that actually has corn on it. South of me and west of me was all wheat. So I'm going, well, where did these bears come from?
Hmm.
They found their way. They did, but I just keep going, please just head north into the trees. Get into the bush. We had
Yeah.
a lot of bears this year. And so, yeah,
Ah, well, fun. Well,
definitely.
I think we're about done with this, you guys.
Hmm.
We've been on almost an hour. So,
Wow.
okay, a milestone. Yay. And I want to thank you guys for both of you being good sports because I have been in such a dither since, all of my
Hmm.
personal stuff that I just thank you for stepping up. Chris, you're a gentleman and a scholar, and we love you so much, and
Hmm.
you're so appreciated.
Oh,
I appreciate you
definitely.
guys too. Thank you for having me.
Isn't it great being had?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
so
hopefully we'll get to see you again.
yeah,
For
and
sure.
next time we'll have a maybe a real plan on my part, but
Mhm.
thank you guys for taking up the slack and helping me out. I adore you both. You guys in the chat, Jonacide, Mrs. Jonacide, Errant Massa. Um, did I miss anybody? I think we got everybody. Thank you so much for being here in the chat. We love you, and we're gonna end this, and we're gonna just say goodbye. Adios. Ending
Bye-bye.
stream.